So moving on, guys, on the next idea, which is Rutherford model. Rutherford model, actually, it was introduced in the early 20th century. Okay, that's when Rutherford model present his idea. يعني الفكرة ما تقدمها عن الذرة. فكرة Rutherford and his discovery of the proton. في هذا الوقت they discovered the proton after the discovery of a proton in his time. What is the proton? It's a positively charged particle, جزيئة موجبة الشحنة, the mass of which is greater than that of the electron. وزنها, the mass, or you can say الكتلة, okay, is greater than one in the electron. Okay, so it's actually the electron is negligible comparing to the proton mass. Okay, so Rutherford introduced his perception that the protons are situated in a tiny area, منطقة صغيرة, at the center of the atom called the nucleus. What do I mean by the nucleus? It's a small, tiny area that can find inside the atom that include protons and neutrons. Okay, this is the definition of the nucleus, which contain most of the mass of the atom, and that the electrons circle the electron around the nucleus. Therefore, most of the volume of the atom is a void. يعني شنو void؟ يعني فراغ. Okay, and the number of negative electrons rotate around the nucleus balance. عدد الالكترونات اللي تفتر حول النيوكليوس balance. يعني شنو balance؟ يعني في توازن with the positive charge of the proton. Okay, these electrons rotate around the nucleus in various orbits, okay, with a varying distance from the nucleus, as in the case of a planet rotate around the sun. Now, this is a very, very important question that comes in the baccalaureate regularly. يجي دائما في البكالوريا. Why Rutherford model is called the planetary astral model? The reason is that because these electrons rotate around the nucleus in various orbitals. تفتر الإلكترونات حول الذرة حول النواة in various orbitals, okay, with varying distance بأبعاد مختلفة from the nucleus, as the case مثل حالة planets rotating around the sun, مثل الكواكب اللي تفتر حول الشمس. ولهذا سميناه بالplanetary astral model، لأن شبهنا بالكواكب اللي تفتر حول الشمس، كذلك الإلكترون يفتر حول النيوكليوس. So this is Rutherford idea. When you want to sum them, when you want to sum Rutherford idea, you say first, it was in the early 20th century, and after the discovery of a proton, بعد اكتشاف البروتونات. Rutherford perception is, number one, it's a positively charged particle. The mass of the proton is greater than the mass of the electron. Number two, the protons are situated in a tiny area. وموجودة البروتونات داخل النيوكليوس. Tiny area, منطقة صغيرة. Okay, we call it nucleus, النواة, which contain most of the mass of the atom. اللي بيها كتلة البروتونات. Number three, the electrons, where are they? Where are the electrons? They are circling around the nucleus in various orbitals. Therefore, most of the volume of the nucleus is actually a void. يعني معظمها فراغ. Okay? The number of negative electrons rotate around the nucleus balance the positive charge of a proton. So, proton equal the electron. That's why the atom is neutral. And the last thing you need to remember about Rutherford idea, these electrons, how are they found around the nucleus? They are rotating around the nucleus in various orbitals with varying distance باتجاهات مختلفة from the nucleus, as in the case of a planet rotating around the sun, مثل ما تفتر الكواكب حول الشمس. Okay, this is a Rutherford model. This is a Rutherford idea. As you can see, it's drawing here simply. It's really a simple idea. Okay, after Rutherford came the scientist Bohr, but before Bohr idea, there was a little bit of confusion about Rutherford model. العلماء احتاروا بيه، قالوا بما انه هو قدم فكرة جديدة، هاي الفكرة تقول انه الالكترونات تفتر حول النواة، فاعترضوا على هاي الفكرة. They object on this idea. So they said, well, if Rutherford said that the electrons are around the nucleus, are they moving or are they static? That means they are not moving. So there had been problem, كانت اكو مشاكل with Rutherford model, assuming that the negative electrons are static. That means they are not moving. So the first assumption, if these electrons are static, they will be drawn to the, or let's say magnetized to the nucleus with positive charge. What did he mean by that? As you can see, guys, the nucleus is made from positive charge. If the electron is rotating around it, let's say if this one is the electron, and it's static, it's not moving, okay, he will be definitely drawn to the positive, because just like the magnet, you know, he will definitely be magnetized to the proton. So if that happen, this is a mistake. I mean, the atom will be something like this. Okay, I mean, this one will be stick to this one, and nothing will be happening. So it's definitely wrong. So if it's definitely wrong, what is actually happening? What is the true assumption? It means it's moving. Okay, if it's moving, what's gonna happen? If it's moving, guys, Rutherford idea said, the scientists presume actually, if Rutherford said the electrons are moving, that means they are giving an energy. Okay, that means they are releasing energy because they are moving around the nucleus. So this is static. Okay, let's say they are moving. For example, if I have the protons here, positive, and the electrons are here, and they are keep moving. What's gonna happen in the end? They're gonna lose their energy and they're gonna drop dead in the nucleus. Okay, which is also wrong. So give that the moving electric charge, which is under gravitational force, اللي هي طبعا القوة الجاذبية, release energy, تخسر طاقة. So there must be lost in the energy of moving electron. تخسر الطاقة من خلال حركتها, which would eventually slow down its motion. بالنهاية راح يضعف من قوتها. This slowing down electron would be moved around in a circle motion and finally fall into the nucleus. راح تظل تفتر بشكل دائري وبالنهاية راح تسقط في النيوكليوس, and the atom cannot fall down. Okay, so and finally it will be into the nucleus. It will fall down into the nucleus. So in both assumptions, the atom must collapse. If it's static, it will be magnetized, and this is wrong. If it's moving, it will lose its energy, and it's also wrong. It will be dropped in the nucleus. So both the assumption is actually incorrect. Okay, so what's gonna happen? What is the right idea for that? So this is why Rutherford model, although he brought a new idea, and his idea Bohr continue on his idea, but Rutherford model unfortunately failed. Okay, so you have to say And considering that the atom do not usually collapse, الذرات لا collapse, that means تنهار, okay? It will not be collapsed. So there must be something wrong in Rutherford atomic model. After Rutherford atomic model, Bohr pick up the torch fire and he carry on with the march. So Bohr started his model. Bohr model is a little bit more easier, and actually he have a clear idea. The Danish scientist Bohr proposed in the 1930 that electron rotate around the nucleus in a fixed and energy level. So what was his idea? His idea is that there is not only one orbit the electrons are rotating in. No, there is energy levels. I mean, there is more than one level. Okay, there's not just one level. So each energy level has a distinctive number describing its energy. يعني كل energy levels إلى رقم معين يوصف طاقته. Okay, this number is called principal quantum number. An electron in the first energy level has a principal quantum number of 1. Okay, while the electron in the secondary energy level second energy level have a principal quantum number of 2, and so forth. وتزيد. The further from the nucleus, the more the level of energy. يعني كل ما يبتعد الالكترون عن النيوكليوس كل ما الانرجي level أعلى, okay, the more the energy will be. For example, first energy level is less than the second energy level, and so forth. Okay, so what does he mean by that? Why is this happening? Okay, why is the first energy level is less energy than the second energy level? Why? Okay, let's say this is the first energy level, okay, which we call K, and this is the second energy level, and I'm gonna call him, it's actually the word Kuhlmann, so K-L-M-N, okay, so this is actually the L, okay, which is number 2, okay, primary energy level number 2. So why this electron have higher energy than this one? The idea is simple, because this one is further from the proton, so it really cannot control him that easy. But this one is really really close. That's why they will be magnetized. Okay, يعني راح تكون بيناتهم قوة الجذب قوية، بينما بالsecond energy level قوة الجذب تكون أبعد. Okay, further. Okay, that's why we definitely it gets less when we have more energy level. For example, what if I have the next energy level, which is M? Okay, now M equal to 3. This is electron. Okay, it will be even further than this one for to be magnetized. Okay, that's why this one have highest energy level than the second one and the first one, and so forth when I go to the 4, 5. Another important thing about Bohr model is that an electron may travel within energy level through gaining or losing energy. What do I mean by that? بور فكرة بور هي شلون حلت عن فكرة رذرفورد، حلوا هذا الإشكال تبع الأسامبشن. شلون حلوه عن طريق إنه الإلكترون من ينتقل إلى مستوى طاقة أعلى معناها هو gain an energy، وإذا انتقل إلى مستوى طاقة أقل معناها هو خسر energy. وبهذا السبب وبهاي الطريقة يكون عندنا الجين واللوز، الاتوم نفسها ما تخسر الطاقة. Okay, because it's gaining and losing in the same time. Okay, this is how Bohr solved this idea. This is why Bohr theory was very very successful. Okay, but it also have a problem that it was fixed in the modern atomic theory. But before we start with the modern atomic theory, let's try to answer this question. How do the electron travel within energy level? Okay guys, this is an important question. How do electron travel within energy level? You're gonna say an electron may travel within energy level through gaining or losing energy. Okay, an electron may travel within energy levels. شلون يسافر الالكترون بين one energy level to another is by gaining and losing energy. Okay, and also what is Bohr model? If you want to summarize Bohr model, Bohr model is actually the electrons rotate around the nucleus in a fixed energy level. This is number one. And number two, each energy level has distinctive number describing its energy. We call it principal quantum number. Okay, this is a Bohr model. Okay, we're gonna go now into the modern atomic theory, but before we start with it, we're gonna know in here why does Bohr model not failed. The word failed is too harsh. Let's say it failed to explain some natural phenomena guys. يعني هو مو فشل بشكل كامل وإنما فشل في تفسير بعض الظواهر. Okay, now what does he mean by that? Let's read. Bohr model was based on a hydrogen atom. Bohr اعتمد بنظريته كاملة. Okay, نظريته اللي هي كلش جديدة اعتبر كلها عن his whole idea was on the hydrogen atom. And as you guys know, the hydrogen atom have only one electron. Okay, so how can I base my theory on a hydrogen atom with one electron and I expect to apply it, for example, on something like the lithium? The lithium have 3 electrons, or even the oxygen. The oxygen has 8 electrons. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, يعني شلون أنا أقدر أطبق هاي النظرية على هذا؟ Okay, it's a little bit difficult to do that. Okay, so that's why the question is not why Bohr theory is failed, but why Bohr theory failed to explain some natural phenomena of other element containing more electron. دي العناصر اللي بيها عدد الإلكترونات أكثر من واحد. Okay, the answer for that, because it was simplest atomic structure, كانت تعتمد على أكثر يعني atomic structure بسيطة اللي هي ذرة الهيدروجين, which contain only 1 proton and 1 electron. This is why Bohr model was really, I mean, it has little problem. Okay, so after that we have something called the modern atomic theory. Let me first define the modern theory. What is the definition of modern atomic theory? The electron might exist in particular space surrounding okay the nucleus and not in a specified dimension. يعني مو في بعد خاص. Okay, as stated by Bohr. This is the modern atomic theory. Okay, and if they ask you, and this is come more often, هذا السؤال جاي هواية بالبكالوريا, list the major hypothesis of the modern theory. Okay, اكتب لي شنو يعني أهم ما جاء بالmodern theory. Number 1, the atom is consist of a nucleus surrounded by electron, just like here, surrounded by electron. Number 1, the atom consists of a nucleus. This one is the nucleus, surrounded by an electrons with varying energy levels. يعني energy levels. The electron rotate around the nucleus on a distance in an energy levels. الإلكترونات موجودة حول النواة بمستويات طاقة مختلفة. Okay? the last one is, and as usual, as he learned it earlier, the nucleus at the center of the atom consists, what does we have in the nucleus? Proton and an electron, okay? Proton and electron, okay? Proton and a neutron, guys. We have, inside the nucleus, we have proton and a neutrons. Now, there is a very important question, usually come also in the baccalaureate. It's called the definition of an electron cloud, okay? السحابة الإلكترونية, okay? It is a special space, you can say, it's a special space surrounding the nucleus in which the electron spin and it has different shape and size. السحابة الإلكترونية هو special space surround the nucleus يحيط بالنواة in which the electron spin فيه الإلكترون تدور حول النواة. It has different shapes and size بأشكال وقياسات مختلفة.